I think that what's going on with the conversation is that we're kind of talking about two different things, but we're kind of not. Um, my thing is there may be an aspect of the punishment for certain things that would necessitate that punishment to continue even after a person is incarcerated. I think it's impractical to just kind of put a person in the box. Uh, but like what you were saying, it's a difficult position to defend, and it's very easy to misunderstand. But where I say that we're talking about two different things is how can we dance around the biggest issue with it, and it's not the fact that a felon could lose these particular rights. It's that the legislative branch somehow, in the passage of these acts and laws within the U.S. Code, had determined the punishment to go along with the law, which is a violation of the system of checks and balances and is fundamentally unconstitutional. That's the biggest thing. And I don't care what the end result is. And like you see, when I say I don't care what the end result is, I mean, it doesn't matter what the end result is. It's a bad idea. It's going to be too lenient in some cases and too severe in others. I don't know how it goes along with the liberty looking good on paper, per se, but it's just not their job. They're not qualified, and a legislative act is not qualified to pass the judgment on a circumstance. It's done on an individual basis, and it's the reason why we have a judicial branch. Legislative branch creates the laws. Executive branch enforces the laws. Judicial branch judges the consequences of the laws. That's the way it is. When one particular branch begins to overstep its bounds, that's when you got a serious damn problem. And it's happened in the past, and it will continue to happen in the future. And hopefully we stay vigilant with it. But whenever mandatory sentencing comes along, it eventually ends up into the Supreme Court and it's deemed unconstitutional. And I want to say, I'd have to look, but I can imagine there's been a couple of cases that have been thrown out because you end up with unfair judgments and things like that, which you end up with like two strikes against the constitutionality. I don't necessarily believe that a person need to lose their certain rights in a felony in every case. What I'm saying is that it's up to the judicial branch's purview to determine that punishment. And it's not really something that can be discussed as a one-for-all. I don't know. I did a bad job defending my difficult-to-defend position. Anyway, that's what I got.